Welcome back to Rusty Jeep. Today is a continuation on the tailgate. I've taken the tailgate off from the Jeep, and last week I mentioned how I found rust underneath the sill, which is common. Okay, you can see right here, I have sanded it, I ground it. I lost a little bit of metal right here, and then I took the rust reformer, I sprayed it. I got into any of these little holes right here, so that way if there's any rust in there, hopefully it'll stop that. I let it soak in and got it really good and puddled it up a little bit so it gets down in here. I checked the structure of this and it's good. So I actually think I can get away with putting the nutsert in here instead of the piece of metal like I was going to do. But when I drill it out and I put the nutsert in, that's about the only time I'm actually gonna know. But I'm trying to bend it. It has a little flex to it, but with the three other holes up here, plus the nutsert being a little bit wider, I think we're going to be okay, but we'll find out. I'm going to put an edge primer on it, and then I can get to that later on, but I know the rust is stopped, and I can not worry about it keep on doing its damage. So what else have I done today? Well, I started this project at the front, and I'm going to get a better camera angle. But over here you can already see that I've sanded it down to bare metal where I'm going to be tack welding it. I'm leaving some of the primer. I'll see how bad it is, but I like original primer, so where I can, I'm going to leave the original primer. Here is the original template I used that goes in here. I cut out a piece of metal that fits in there. I cut out another piece of metal, and that's going to fit right, oopsie daisy, gotta get the right in there. I sanded the metal already. I'm not very good at welding. Well, the word sucks comes to mind, but I'm gonna just do a 1, 2, probably 4 tacks, maybe 3 on this one, and 2 small tiny tacks just to hold this in place. I might even drill a hole or 2 in there, but I think I'm gonna be okay to put the fiberglass over there. It's not a Bondo, it's a fiberglass. Once you put it in there and sand it down, it bonds this and it becomes part of the body. So this will forever change this tailgate, but I think it's going to look really cool with basically no handle there. We'll see how it comes out at the end. The reason I'm doing all this a little bit faster than I wanted to is I want to put the nuts inserts after I kind of do the first skim coat on this, because it's just such a pain to block sand around all these bolt holes. So the less bolt holes I have to block sand, the better, and the more even the tailgate's gonna look. So let me weld this up and I'll come back. I fiberglass over it. While I was there, I found a low spot here, so that got fiberglassed. I fiberglassed this outer holes here. Both hinges were fiberglassed. And then I cheese grated it, and then I took 80 grit on a block. If you don't have a block, I recommend getting a block because it'll save you tons of work and heartbreak when you notice that you have a wave or your fingerprints go through. So get a block. I found a couple low spots. I found a low spot here where the hinge was sitting. Must have been pushed in a little bit, so I'm going to redo this. There was a low spot I showed you here. Still got to work on that. And then on the upper lip here, on both corners, they seem to be bent in a little bit, so I'll do some hammering there, and then do the whole thing with a skim coat, and then block sand it, and then I'll put the nutserts in. As you can see, it's going to look pretty good. I'm going to have to do a little bit more fiberglass here at the low spot. It's going to look pretty smooth, and I think it's going to look a little bit more original than getting an old Jeep tailgate like a lot of people do, or buying an aftermarket tailgate that's just flat, because that's not my style. A little bit more unique, and something that, you know, I think that's going to look more like a rustic pickup truck when I'm done with it. And after all, we all try to customize our Jeeps to our taste, so this is my taste. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's a quick video, but like I said, rain off and on today, and I just was trying to get this done. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you in a few.